Good morning, traders, and this is your daily review for the Dow Jones. So last week we ended up with an indecision range bar. So this is pretty much a range bar. You can see the tail, long tail to top, long tail to bottom, small body, and we're on the weekly. And I think the key thing to understand here is that this range bar is 1,000 points. Okay, so that just indicates a lot of indecision. Now, the bottom of the range bar coincides with a previous weekly fractal inside bar or inside tail, which is pretty much this level of 25,430. Okay, so we haven't tagged it again, but we did tag it a couple of times a couple of months ago. So I think you'll see it better on the daily. And you can see we had, not last month, the month before, we tagged it twice. Okay, now we've got the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA is also in this area. And you can see how small the awesome oscillators bars have become. And that's just an indication of indecision as well. Okay, so yeah, the one thing that I am looking at is these long tails. You see, during the morning session, we fall off, and the buyers step in, and then all of a sudden we rally like 400 or 500 points. So if we do break above sort of this area here, because this is a wise man number one on the daily. We've got a double pin bar. You could see tweezer bottom, whatever you want to talk about. But essentially, if we do get a daily close above 20, let's call it 2,600, that would indicate an opportunity to get long and settle in for a long. Okay. So at this stage, all-in percentage R is grouping to the bottom. Yeah, everything's grouping to the bottom at the moment. I just want to pop across to my stochastics quickly, and you can see this strategy that I use here is it's a simple moving average strategy. But anyway, the stochastics are almost grouping to the downside, not quite there yet, but pretty close. And I also have the moving averages moving rapidly apart. Okay, if they start doing this, in other words, going parallel, then we can almost guarantee ourselves that we're going to have a fairly long trip to the downside. If I move across the 4-hour on this, what you should see is still no grouping. Okay, so we're still not grouped. Okay, anyway, that's strategy for a different day. Right now on the 4-hour, we are still below the alligator. Trend is still down, okay, but I think we've got an inside bar here, and then we've got an engulfing bar. So to me, there's a lot of bullish price action here over the last 2 days. So, and that's indicated with the two pin bars. But our biggest problem at the moment for any trade is 400 points or 410 point stop losses, and that's massive. Okay, so if you look very carefully, you'll see something that is busy forming here. Not perfect, but that is a consolidation pattern, and it's consolidating below the alligator. Whichever way it breaks is the direction we're going to follow. Okay, so for me at this stage, trend is down, so you're looking for shorts. That may have been a good entry shorts at the close on Friday. Not that I want to hold trades over the weekend at the moment, not with Trump playing his political games at the moment. But these are the two levels that I'd be watching. So either the top of this trend line, which is there. So we've got a 200 EMA, we've got a level up here. So that's 26,170. And then you have sort of this 25,970. 25,970, 26 170. Okay, those are the two levels that I'd be watching at the moment. Alternatively, what you're looking for is a break below this level. But again, a break below this level may just be a little level and then rally all the way up, and you're going to be 200-300 points down. So let's just see if we can see something on the hour. For me, this is still a little bit too volatile. And you can see the way we are fluctuating above and below the alligator on the 1 hour. It's not really giving us any indication. Okay, so for me, probably just a wait and see. Let's wait and see for, forget about the European Open for now. But I think the US Open is the one I'm interested in. And we'll probably be playing off the 12 or 15 minute chart. That's going to be the easiest thing. You can see here at the US Open, we came down into this area, and you can see immediately some diversions on the 15, lots of indecision here, and forming fractals. So your trade would have been on the break of that fractal with the stop below here, and you can see how that played out. This was also wise man number one. Okay, you can see our price is deviating from the red line, which is the teeth. Okay, so that was a perfect entry there. Here, at the close, you can't really call that. That was just really the close. At the moment, you can see we have gapped down. We're 1% down, and we are running in a bit of a range at the moment. So one of the ways that we can do it on the lower time frames is look for a breakout of that range. But don't take a breakout before the European Open, well, before the European first hour is done. So between 8 and 9 at the moment. The clocks are switched back. So South African time, it's 8 a.m., which is Berlin time as well, or Paris time. So between 8 and 9, you'll see should be some further consolidation, and then you're looking for a breakout either way. Okay, in other words, I'm looking for a 15-minute breakout to the downside of the top here of these two levels, which is 25,760 or 25,722. I'm looking for a breakout either way, and then if we break to the upside, gap closes your option. We break the downside, I suspect you're going to pick up some buyers back down in this area of 25,475. So whatever trade you're looking for, keep your stops tight and keep your targets fairly close as well. Okay, because this volatility is probably going to continue through the week unless something gives on the political front. Okay, so that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. Just look out for these consolidations, and you can see this consolidation at the moment. Now, we have had a gap down, so a break to the downside is definitely going to be on. Okay, there's nothing really to catch it until that level there, which is 25,585. But I'd almost make sure that I'm using the 4 hour for this. Okay, so there is an inside tail there, and I'd also look quite far to the left to see what I can find. Okay, now I'm going to finish off with this word of caution here. We do have lower lows, okay, and we are in an area of congestion, and we also got the 200 SMA and 200 EMA in this area. So we could very well come and test this again. There is a weekly level here that we need to pay attention to, and it has been tested twice already. So there it is there. Okay, 1, 2. This is the third time it's testing. Okay, so what you may find here is any kind of breakthrough here is going to validate a stronger move to the downside. Okay, for now, we have the potential that this was a double bottom with the neckline there. We haven't closed above the neckline, so we haven't broken that neckline. So again, that's why I'm saying keep your stops tight, and until we sort of break one of these two levels here, we are in a range. Okay, so we've got a mini range within a range. So what you want to do is play that mini range on the lower time frame, play to the top of the range, which is gap close, or play at the bottom of the range, which is would be this level here of 25,520. Okay, while we wait for the politicians to sort their nonsense out. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I hope that helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.